Hi guys, it's Michelle from Waiting on Stupid, and now here with my talk show as the table turns, with my best friend in her backyard, Lisa Marie Danger Anderson. This is our third take, so hopefully this one works out because it's been annoying. I love filming it; it's been fun.
Yeah, it's been so much fun.
The editing part is annoying, and not finding videos is more annoying. But
you're the one doing the hard work.
I know. Thank you for being a good sport. It's been fun.
Absolutely.
Fun hanging out and answering different questions because we have to change it up because I can't do the same questions 3 times. That's annoying.
Yep. I'm really not all that prepared for these next ones of questions. So yeah.
So we're just winging it like we do most of our life. So anyway.
Yeah.
All right. How long have you been in the industry?
So I've been in the industry for well over 20 years. It's been a change of bartender, server, it's been like counter service and, just different aspects. I think I was a dishwasher for a while. Okay. I did a line cook for a short period of time. I was working at Sandy's for a little bit. Yeah.
Great place. One of my favorites, by the way.
Oh, I loved it. It was my favorite job ever.
Yeah.
I loved that job, but unfortunately it just, the income wasn't there to be able to, hold the fort. Yeah. But over 20 years, all different angles.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's good to experience different aspects of it too, instead of just being in one thing. But
absolutely.
Even though I've been a server for most of my time. But
after being a dishwasher, I was a dishwasher at a ground round.
That sounds like a nightmare.
That long ago. And I learned that after doing that job, when I was serving or bartending, you don't just throw your dirty dishes in the dish pit. You know what I mean? Like I'm one of those that's gonna like spray it off if I can if nobody's there, or at least stack it. Because I get what their position is in too.
And you also know the shapes and stuff. It's always annoying when people don't.
When people are like, I don't know how to drain the dishwasher. Right. Oh, okay, well you take the cover off of it, and
something everyone should know. They're the most important person in the restaurant for sure. So what do you think has kept you in the industry for 20 years?
Oh, the people.
Yeah.
It's the people. It's my coworkers, it's my regulars, it's just the people. I'm a people person, and I enjoy getting to know more people and hearing stories.
Sure.
I guess I got more stories when I was bartending versus serving.
Yeah.
So I was bartending for about 15 years of my over 20 years experience. So most of it was doing bartending behind the bar, and then you get more of an opportunity to like hear stories and get to know people and stuff and see a lot of like crazy stuff.
Oh, for sure.
But not to say that I don't when I'm a server, but it's with the server, it's the regulars that would come in and it's like, you want a cup of coffee and a humunga chinga, and they're like, yep. And I'm like, yep, getting to know this person, just through food. But it's the people. It's the people. My coworkers by far the one.
For sure. I mean, the food's important though. I mean, it's, I wish we would go back to more like family dinners and stuff.
Yeah.
For the conversations.
Well, unfortunately,
kind of tough right now.
Yeah. With COVID, I don't see that happening.
I know. It's tough. All right. So you've worked airport and you've worked street side.
Yes.
Street side? What's the biggest difference that you can see between the two?
The biggest difference, speed.
Yeah.
Speed. I know that people complain, like if they're dining out, street side is what the airport people call regular restaurants. When people like complain about, that their cook times on their food, it's like when they start to bring it to your attention, it's like 20, 30 minutes. But in the airport, I've had people come up to the bar and say, how long on a burger? And I say at least 10 minutes because they're cooked to order. Right. And they're like, are you serious?
Right.
It's an airport, and it's like, this isn't like just grab and go food. People in the airport, a lot of them are, expecting that like full dine-in experience, like a whole experience. And, and in a 10 to 15 minute window, which is majority of your customers, 10 to 15 minutes. And I'm talking, that's from greet to they're getting up out of that table. Like 10 to 15 minutes is pretty much what it is. And you can't establish relationships and give them an experience during that time, which is difficult. But there are people that I work with that are really, really good at doing that. You know what I mean? Even so it's the speed, you know what I mean? It's like you have to do everything just faster. Just faster.
Well, it's nuts that people, I mean, I feel like we had a lot of regulars when we were at French Meadow, but I feel like, people don't understand. Like, you can't have a full dining experience in 10 minutes. And some of the restaurants, too, have done a disservice, I feel like, out there with having the steaks and it's a nice touch, but you can't have them done in the amount of time properly that people want them. So.
Well, and don't get me wrong. I mean, I really want to be able to try to provide that kind of experience.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, I want them to have a good time before they're heading off to vacation, or turn the mood around if they're having to travel for something sad like a funeral or something, you know,
for
like
sure.
So I mean, I want to do my best at giving that experience, but
Right.
sometimes there are hurdles and difficulties to be able to provide that.
Oh,
so you just
sure.
kind of do your best. And you know, some people go to the back cooler and they cry, and you know, and others are out there like, bring it on, I'll take your tables, you know what I mean? So
Right.
it's like, yeah.
It's a different animal for
It's a
sure.
different animal. Yeah.
What has COVID taught you? It could be life. You're not working, so not necessarily work, but industry, anything.
Okay, what has COVID taught me? COVID has taught me that not everybody was washing their hands. Like, for real. Okay, so people that know me know that I like to keep things clean. Like, I'm a clean person. I wash my hands. I tidy stuff. I dust. I try to be as clean of a person. And I wash my hands regularly.
Right.
And I've always been kind of aware, especially with working on the cook line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you're touching stuff, like, you're changing out those gloves, you're washing your hands. Like, so you're a little bit more aware. But man, when people are like, oh, I gotta sing the ABC, it's like, sing the alphabet, sing the freaking alphabet when you wash your hands. Did you not learn that in 3rd grade? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, right. You know, I don't know. I became a little bit more aware of, you know, how not sanitary, you know, people are.
Right.
You know,
and they still aren't. But it was funny, when we had the shortages of soap and the wipes and stuff. I was like, you guys weren't using this stuff before, or toilet paper? Like,
right.
What's happening?
Well, that's the thing, is that when all that shortage already went down, guess what? I had 3 containers of that disinfecting wipes. Why? Because that's how I keep it in my house. You know what I mean?
This was normal for me.
This was normal.
I've always washed my hands.
I've always had hand soap by the jug underneath my kitchen sink. You know, like it was like, wow, this is really happening. You know?
It was eye-opening for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So I learned that. And I like the change that most people, hopefully, like through COVID and stuff, like they take that with them moving forward. Right. You know what I mean? Like,
I hope so.
I mean, they'll still probably sit at your dirty table.
No, I knew the dirty table was coming in for sure.
Sit at your dirty table.
Obviously. Name something you did before COVID that you can't or don't do now.
Name something before COVID that I can't or don't do now. Just go to the bar.
Yep. You
know, and not like so I went when everything first shut down and then things were starting to reopen back up. I had my husband and I, we went to a restaurant that was after they had opened up, and nobody else was sitting at the bar. So it was like, okay, we're good. You know, nobody else is at the bar, social distancing, whatever, you know, we're cool. But like, as I was sitting there, like, I didn't want to just like touch the bar or my chair. And so I pretty much just like, sat there waiting for my food, and, you know, just like, am I being crazy? Am I being weird about this? Right. You know what I mean? So, and not that I'm like that when I go out to a bar now. That was when everything was just opening back up and everything was kind of scary and nobody knew.
Still the unknown.
Yeah, the unknown. But now it's like, you know, if I do go up to a bar top, you know, with my husband, it's just, you know, I'm not like that completely, but I'm definitely not just like, hey, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I
more
miss that
aware
comfort.
of like, okay, if you're a pizza delivery person, how would you benefit from scissors?
I like this question.
It's just fun.
Okay, so, you know, hearing you ask this question, my first thought is, you know, everybody wants to take the scissors and cut the pizza slices so that, you know, you don't get the complaints that they're sticking together, you know, that kind of thing. I was thinking about that, but then I was like, should I say it like to cut my hours short or something, or to cut my shift short? What would your answer be? I want to know.
Well, I just think of some of our pranks with, you know, having the delivery guys wear their shoes on their hands. So, like, cutting their shoestrings is what comes to my mind. Or our dental floss prank, cutting my floss off. Just stupid stuff like that.
Bringing up the dental floss thing, it's in one of her cartoons. If you need to know, you don't have to go into the whole story, but you can just see the cartoon, you'll know. I wonder how you got out of that first.
I don't.
Who cut you free?
Probably someone that felt sorry for us. One of the guys that thought we were real winners.
Yeah, they did. They thought we were fabulous. But true fact, little fact about my dad, he actually carries a pair of scissors on his belt at all times.
That's awesome.
No matter where he is, at home, out, wherever, it's automatic. He's got a little leather like strapping, and he doesn't call them scissors. He calls them snips.
What does he use them for?
Oh gosh, I'll go to the store or something, or we'll have something new, like at home or outside or somewhere random. I'll be like, oh, I can't get this open, and he's just like,
that's awesome.
So, you know, him and my mom were here, and my mom was like doing some like weeding and stuff like that, and she's like, oh, I just can't get this weed, and then here's my dad right behind her, snip, you know. Awesome. So it's just like Totally random. He uses them for everything.
Yeah. I didn't even know that fun fact when I asked this question.
Next time you see him. Do you have a pair of snips on you?
How would you use these in pizza delivery? That's what I'm asking.
That. Yeah, interesting.
What song best describes your work ethic?
Oh, goodness. Maybe when I first started, it would have probably been maybe a song by like Tool or Alice in Chains or something like that. Just kind of like grungy and, you know. But now, I don't know. Maybe I've turned into like a Michael Bolton or something.
Oh, no.
I don't know. All joking aside, I know. All joking aside, actually, I like to think that I get along with a lot of my coworkers, and I try to do whatever my part is to be able to make sure that, the environment is like comfortable and, and not chaotic and stressful and drama and all that stuff. Like I don't care for a lot of that. So I'm pretty easygoing. So maybe Sunday morning.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Easy. Like Sunday morning.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Hey, that just came to me. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. You know what comes to my mind for me?
What?
When I was first starting out, we'd probably like walking on sunshine, like having a great time. And now it's break stuff. I love this one.
That's
just
funny.
So angry.
He's angry.
I hate everyone. People are always like, how are you serving it? I do not know.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know.
Yeah, because you're good at it.
On average, how many times do you hurt yourself trying to dance in the shower?
So at my age, I've learned not to do that anymore. So I don't dance, but I do have, I don't dance and sing in the shower, but I do have conversations of like things that I would have said to somebody. Like, you know what I mean? Like in hindsight,
yeah.
It's like,
God,
why did I say that? Oh man, you know what I should have said? I should have told that bitch. Well, and it's just like,
why did I think of this when I come back?
Yeah. And then I do my stretches in my shower.
Oh, that's hilarious.
But you got to be careful, man. Like when you get older, let me just tell you young ones, like when you get older, it is, wet surfaces. Like you walk on your tiptoes. Like you are cautious. I don't know about anybody else, but I am.
You don't want to be called for a shower rescue?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Oh, that's awesome. All right. Why on earth are you here today?
I don't know. God's good humor? I don't know.
I mean, you could also say because
that stuff.
You can also say because I live here, but that's where I was going.
I do live here. This is my house. Welcome to my home.
Didn't know I was going to go to such a dark place. But...
No. I'm happy to be here. Don't get me wrong. I'm definitely happy to be here. Yeah, just hard work, determination, and I got a pretty strong sense about me. So
you do for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Should I ask you about the favorite prank? I was going to leave it off, but I feel like we should ask it.
If you want.
Oh.
If you want.
What's your favorite prank we've done together?
There it is. There it is. This is the fun question. So we have done this.
Some of these have been fun. What are you talking about?
No. They are fun. Don't get me wrong. They're fun. But I gotta say, like, this is probably my favorite question out of the like 3 takes that we have done, and it's awesome. Okay, so our favorite prank is definitely the dental floss story. Earlier I tapped into it and I said, just look at the cartoon, we won't go into it, but we're going into it.
Yeah.
We're going into it. So picture this. So Michelle and I are at the bar and we've been doing some shots, doing some drinks,
it's probably been a whole day long thing.
Probably. So we're pretty drunk and Michelle's like, we gotta get out of here. Well, we gotta get out of here. And I'm like, you're not going anywhere. We're having a good time. You're not going anywhere. So digging around my purse and I'm looking for anything that I can do to make her stay. And I found cinnamon dental floss. Yes, I carry dental floss in my purse.
I do too.
Yeah. And it's cinnamon, and I don't think that you can actually get cinnamon dental floss anymore. I don't think it's a thing. But it was cinnamon. I remember that. Yeah. So I took it and I started winding Michelle and tying her to her bar stool.
No.
And as I'm going around and around and around, you're not going anywhere, girl. You're not going anywhere. She's sitting there. She lifts up her head and she goes, if you want to destroy my sweater, whoa, pull the strand as I... And she continues to sing the whole Weezer song, And I'm going around in circles and circles, and there's these guys that are at the bar, and they look over, and they're like, oh, you girls are quite the catch. And we're like, yeah, right? Like,
who doesn't want to date us?
Right, like, yeah, we're single because we want to, not because we have to be,
This is our choice.
That was probably my favorite. That is a memory I'll never forget.
Oh my God.
Never forget that one.
So dumb.
Yeah.
All right, last question. So now that we're on our 3rd try, how would you rate me as an interviewer?
You're excellent. You're like, oh, I don't know. And you know, you got your little doubts about it, but man, you're really good at this. Yeah. I don't know if it's just like, because it feels like just like a normal conversation with you and
partly,
me, you know, but
I feel like that's part of it.
You did awesome with me. Yeah. And you know, if you want to practice later and, you know, like do them again and, you know, record some more.
Well, you're going to be my sidekick, so I don't know what you're talking about.
That's right. Yeah.
Kind of like Andy Richter and Conan O'Brien.
Yeah. So. Yeah. I'll be your laugh track. My stupid laugh. I'll be your laugh track.
Your stupid laugh. Mine's terrible. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah. Hopefully you had fun watching us knuckleheads. So until next time, do what you can to 86 Stupid.
86 Stupid, guys.